What last meal did you order on death row that saved your life? I'd always wondered what lobster tasted like. Sweet, buttery, rich, the kind. A thing people on TV ordered to celebrate. Winning the lottery or closing. A big deal. Growing up in Topeka, we ate hamburger, helpers stretched with extra water and whatever canned vegetables were on sale. Lobster was pure fantasy, so when the guard slid the last meal request form through my cell door, I didn't hesitate long. I wrote whole Maine lobster with drawn butter, roasted asparagus, garlic bread, and a Coke. The guard glanced at it and smirked. Fancy, huh? Never had it myself. He reminded me execution was Friday at 6. The meal would arrive by 4. 2 days to wait for the one thing. I daydreamed about my whole 28 years. Thursday morning, my lawyer called with the expected news. The governor had denied clemency. I'm sorry, he said. The evidence was too strong. Motive, opportunity, insurance policy. I reminded him I was innocent. Someone slipped shrimp into Sloane's pasta while I was in the bathroom. She had a deadly shellfish allergy everyone knew about. My prints were on her plate from the appetizers we'd shared, but I never touched shrimp powder. The jury didn't buy it. I hung up and stared at the concrete ceiling, thinking about Sloane, the way she ordered vanilla lattes with extra foam, how she laughed at my awful jokes. We'd been together 2 years. I thought we'd get married. Then the fight started over her ex, Bryce, who wouldn't stop texting. That's what we were arguing about the night she died. Friday crawled in. The guard spoke softer than usual. At noon, kitchen smells began drifting down the tier. Garlic, melting butter, fresh bread. My empty stomach growled. I'd skipped meals to savor this one. At 4 sharp, the guard set a covered tray on my small table and lifted the lid. There it was. A bright red lobster bigger than I'd pictured. Claws intact, steaming asparagus beside a ramekin of golden butter. Thick slices of garlic bread still warm. 2 hours left on Earth. I made it count. I cracked the first claw, dipped the sweet white meat, and took my first bite. It was everything I'd imagined. Tender, oceanic, perfect. Butter ran down my chin and I didn't wipe it away. I ate steadily, lost in the flavor. Then my throat tightened. Fast. Like invisible hands squeezing shut. I tried to swallow. Nothing. Tried to breathe. Less than nothing. Vision tunneled. I lurched for the bars, missed, and crashed to the floor. Alarms, shouting, keys rattling. The cell door flew open. Someone flipped me over, jammed an EpiPen into my thigh. The vice in my chest loosened just enough for a ragged half-breath. Then sirens, a gurney, darkness. I woke in the prison infirmary with a tube down my throat. Dr. Whitmore removed it. I coughed until my ribs ached. Mr. Hayes, she said quietly, you just had severe anaphylactic shock. Shellfish. She paused. You've never eaten it before, have you? I shook my head. That explains why there's no allergy on your file. First exposure. She held up my chart. But this reaction was extreme. Someone this sensitive couldn't handle shrimp extract without collapsing. Instantly. Even opening the container would trigger symptoms. Her eyes met mine. You couldn't possibly have poisoned your girlfriend's food. You'd have been on the floor before you got near her plate. She glanced at the clock, 6:03 p.m. I was scheduled to die 3 minutes ago. I called the warden 15 minutes ago, she continued. Emergency stay was granted at 5:58. 2 minutes before they would have walked you to the chamber. The case reopened that night. Bryce, Sloane's ex, who'd been working as a server at the restaurant, finally cracked under questioning. He'd slipped the shrimp into her pasta, knowing I'd take the fall. 3 months later, I walked free. The state settled for nearly $4 million. I've never ordered lobster again. But I'll never forget that first bite. Sweet, buttery, and exactly the taste of a life I almost lost.